What a disgrace. He removed Carson Charles for Dr. Sharon Gopal McNichols. And all I'm saying, the only reason he could do that is because of the name McNichols. And he believed that down the road, that would help him. Let me tell you something. I was doing some research, and in a box I have in my library, I found a document written by Winston Buchanan, September the 7th, 2003. September the 7th, 2003. Titled, of course, An Agenda for Transformation. In going through it, on page 4, Buchanan is saying that Mr. Pandey has publicly indicated that he will give up office, the office of leadership of the party. Pandey has said so. And I tell you that between 2003 and 2009, Pandey has said so 16 times. 16 times he is attractive. He will give up leadership of the party. We can't win with him. We can't get into a government with him, he said. And each time he says so, he broke his promise. He reminds me of a dentist who did a lot of work for Christians. And the dentist stopped going to church because he said there were too many members singing through their teeth, the teeth that he had fixed for them, and they didn't pay him. So the dentist said, I go to church with my teeth, they're singing, but they're paying. Broken promises. Broken promises. Broken promises caused the dentist to renounce his church. A broken leg may heal well. May heal even very good after the event is forgotten. But broken promises cause a lifelong injury. That is what Pandey has caused and is causing. So my dear friends, at the end of the day, last Sunday's retreat, as expected, was a failed retreat. The retreat never understood why election after election we give to the party our vote and our money, and yet election after election we end up losing. And we will continue to lose unless we accept change in the UNCA. Yes. My dear colleagues and friends who are here tonight, all of you in your hundreds, all of you who are listening on 106 and 102, all of you who want heritage, all of you who of course on Twitter and Facebook and whatever you have, all of you, you have to speak out. You have to let Mr. Pandey know that you are fed up being in opposition. You have to let him know that you want to prepare yourself for government. But the retreat didn't understand that. Today I sat on the back bench. I look at the front bench of the party. I was telling Ramesh, what a sorry lot. If you see them, what a sorry lot. But from where I am in the back there, I don't have a good vantage point. And I watch them and I say, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they do. Sometimes they don't even know what they say. All they understand, all they believe is that there's a need to silence Ramesh, Gypsy and me, because they consider our message of change to be offensive to them. Our message of change calls for immediate internal party elections, as recognized by the party's constitution. Our message of change calls for our leaders to be accountable and to submit an audited financial statement, which they have not done for the last 20 years. My dear friends, we cannot question Manning's government on constitutional matters if we ourselves don't practice accountability. Otherwise we shall be embarrassed. We must practice what we ask for. And that is why That is why this Sunday at 9:30 a.m. we are holding elections for the constituency executive in Shogunas West. At those elections on Sunday, we are having reports, we are having minutes, but most importantly, we are having our audited financial statement for the year just ended. Never in the history of this party have they ever had that. Have they ever had that? Accounts, audited, money, and then I read somebody talking about Jack Warner and how, of course, Jack Warner spent other people's money. I say, okay, Mr. Pandey, but you are best qualified to talk about that. Mr. Pandey, you say your children were educated with Dupe money. Mr. Pandey, you of course know how your house was paid for. Mr. Pandey, you know how your legal bills were paid for. Mr. Pandey, all those were paid for by other people's money. So if I spend other people's money, Mr. Pandey, I try to be like you. Look, my friends. Look, my friends. This platform for change, is predicated on the malaise and the problems that this country now faces under Patrick Penal. At one time, we used to speak about a creeping dictatorship. My dear friends, the dictator is no longer creeping, he's galloping. I have watched children and the elderly suffer in this country. I have watched all our institutions in the country fall to pieces. I have watched the increase in discrimination at all levels, even of all places in the Ministry of Education. I have watched, with tears running in my eyes, I have watched the senseless savagery of our nation as crime cascades out of control. A 12-year-old boy got more bullets than his age. I have watched the increase in human trafficking go unchecked. And I've asked myself, what more evil can befall this country of ours? I have watched, my friends. I have watched, and I have cried, and I have cried. I have cried until I can cry no more. And that is why we have this platform for change. This platform for change is necessary. It can no longer be the same old, same old. I have watched, as late as this week, the ridicule and the contempt which this nation showed for the UNC political leader and leader of the opposition. A man who has forgotten that the highest man in this land, His Excellency President George Marcel Richards, he has forgotten that he got a letter from him on April the 9th, asking him for his advice on appointments to the Integrity Commission. And as I'm here, let me publicly commend Father Charles and his team, Gladys Kafur, Zainu Hussein, and all these people who, of course, Lucille Badal and so on, who are appointed today on the Integrity Commission. We send to them all our congratulations and our best wishes for doing a job well done. So yes, I was saying, Basde Pandey forgot. He said he misplaced a letter sent to him by the president of the country. How come he doesn't misplace? How come he doesn't misplace an invitation for a drink? How come Basde Pandey never forgot, or never had ever forgotten a party or a fete to go to? But His Excellency gave him a letter. He misplaced it. And then his clone, Kamala, who knew, or who ought to know, that such a letter came from the president. She, of course, in an effort to get cheap publicity, as always, either coming late when Parliament starts, so people see her in her dandan, right? You see? cheap publicity. So she sent the president a pre-action protocol letter threatening him with legal action. As if anybody could sue the president. What a shame. I know something. She used to work in a Amish office, you know. She used to work long time in a Amish office, you know. So again, Amish for that.